Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Have you ever felt like that you don't deserve your success? That any minute now, people find out that you are not skilled or knowledgeable as they think? Does that happen to you? Maybe you have achieved something really great, yet deep down you feel like it was just luck. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. This is called imposter syndrome and affects even the most successful entrepreneurs, business owners, and professionals. But the good news, you can overcome it. Imposter syndrome is the nagging voice in your head telling you that you're not good enough, that you won't be successful, you're not smart enough, and you won't experience that eureka moment in your business. That is imposter syndrome. And if you can stop if it can stop you from taking action, limit your potential and hold you back, it can hold you back from truly owning your success. But here's the truth. I'll let you know. You are more than capable than you give yourself credit for. Your credit for. And today we're going to explore exactly how to silence self-doubt, embrace your accomplishments, and build unshakable confidence as a digital entrepreneur. So, welcome back to Groove Asia Leaders Unite. If you're new here, my name is Karen Allen. I'm the Chief Business Program Officer here at Groove Asia. And in this series, we help digital entrepreneurs overcome challenges and find practical solutions to thrive in their business. Now, this month, we're talking all about how to build confidence as a digital entrepreneur. Now, last week, we introduced the topic by discussing why confidence is crucial for success. And today, we're going to be tackling some of the biggest confidence killers, and that's imposter syndrome. But before we get started, if you are here live, put in the hashtag live. And if you're here on the replay, put in a hashtag replay. All right, so what we're going to be covering today is what is imposter syndrome, what it is and why it happens, the different ways it shows up in entrepreneurs, and then some powerful strategies to help overcome it and step into your true potential. Now, if you're ready to shift from self doubt to self assurance, stick around because today's episode is for you. Now, imposter syndrome, what is it? It's the persistent fear that you're a fraud, basically, despite evidence of your accomplishments. Now, psychologists first identified it in 1978, and since then, studies have shown that over 70% of people experience it at some point in their careers, including entrepreneurs, CEOs, and even celebrities. Now, signs that you might be suffering from imposter syndrome is when you feeling like you're a fraud. You believe that you don't truly deserve your success. So, for example, you just land a big client for your digital marketing business, but instead of celebrating, you think they're going to realize that I don't know what I'm doing, and they'll regret hiring me. Ugh. Okay. Now, even though you have the skills and the experience, you feel like you tricked them into working with you. So, feeling like a fraud, that's imposter syndrome. Of downplaying your achievements. You dismiss your wins as luck or timing. You know, you just hit your first five-figure month in sales, and instead of acknowledging your hard work, you say, it's just luck. It's just luck. Or it's only because it's the market trends right now. Everybody's doing it. So, yeah, that's the service I provide. You struggle to take credit for your success, even though you put in the effort to get there. Number three, that you might be suffering from imposter syndrome is that you have the fear of being exposed. You worry people will find out that you're not capable as they think. So you've been asked to speak in a panel about digital entrepreneurship, but you hesitate because you think, what if someone asks me a question that I don't know the answer to? They'll see that I'm not as knowledgeable as they think. You do that instead of recognizing your expertise, you fear being found out as an imposter. Another one is perfectionism. You set impossible standards and feel like a failure if you don't meet them. So you're working on launching your website, but you keep delaying it because you think it's not perfect yet, or I need to tweak this design, rewrite this section, and fix these tiny details first. You set impossibly high standards for yourself and you feel like you can't move forward until everything is absolutely flawless. And the fifth indication that you might be suffering from imposter syndrome is that you're overworking to prove yourself. It's like to who? Okay. You constantly push yourself harder to compensate for feeling less than. So you're constantly working late nights and working on that burnout's what you're doing. But you're working late nights, taking on extra clients, and saying yes to every opportunity because you feel like you need to prove your worth. Even when you are exhausted, you think, if I slow down now, people think that I'm not committed or not skilled enough. So, those are some of the signs that you're suffering from imposter syndrome. And I'm here to tell you, don't do it. So, if any of those sound familiar, put that in the comment box. If you're one of those that resonate with you, it's something that you need to overcome, put that in there because we're going to work on that today. So, don't worry that you are not alone. You can overcome this. And greetings, Dr. Lisa. Glad to see you here this morning, here with me as we talk about imposter syndrome because we all suffer through it at one time or another. Excuse me. Okay, so why you think that entrepreneurs experience imposter syndrome? There's a whole lot of things of why we experience imposter syndrome. Even when you're doing something new, you're going to experience some imposter syndrome. But entrepreneurs here, you have the online comparison trap. Social media is real, and this digital business world that we live in, it's easy to compare yourself to others. You see successful entrepreneurs on social media posting about their $1 million launches or massive followings, and suddenly you feel like you don't measure up. You do not measure up. But the thing is that a lot of people, they've been doing this for a long time before they get to those $1 million businesses. They've started 8 years ago, 10 years ago when it was difficult. But now that things are becoming a lot easier, they're busting out the seams. Somehow that is just how it happens. The pressure to know every single thing. Okay, this is how entrepreneurs experience that imposter syndrome. You have the pressure to know everything. Now, as a digital entrepreneur, you wear many hats. As an entrepreneur, you wear many hats. You're doing the marketing, the content creating, the strategy, and even more, you're doing a lot. So, the sheer volume of skills needed to make you feel like you're never expert enough, you know? Those are some of the things that will make it seem like you're an imposter. The fear of failure, and we all suffer from this at one point or another. Entrepreneurship is unpredictable. And when things don't go as planned, self doubt can creep in. Now, instead of seeing failure as a learning experience, imposter syndrome makes you think there's proof that you're not good enough. And the closest people around you will reiterate your thinking. You fail at one thing when you're trying to get something going, get something launched, it flops to the ground. You have a lot of people around you, not everyone, but a lot of people around you. And it's usually your closest friends and family members like, I told you so. You never should have done that. Look at you now. It's those people. That's why you get around other people that will help you move past that. And you can find that here in this community at Groove Asia or go to the Power Hour Plus. that will help you move past that. Community is very important. So, some of the strategies so that you can overcome imposter syndrome and keep it moving. So, now that we understand what imposter syndrome is and why it happens, let's go over 5 powerful strategies to help you push past it and build real confidence. So, the first thing you need to do is reframe your thoughts. It all starts in the mind. All starts in the mind. Your mindset is everything because your thoughts shape your reality. Your thoughts shape your reality. So when you catch yourself thinking, I don't belong here or I'm not good enough, reframe that. Whatever you think, that's what it is. If you think you can't do it, or if you think you can do it, you're right either way. So it all starts in the mind. Your inner dialogue, the way you talk to yourself, has a powerful impact on your confidence because it shapes your beliefs, your emotions, and your actions. We have a series that we're doing monthly called Take Action, which is actually going to start in a few hours. Take action. So you want to start thinking positively. If your self talk is filled with doubt and, negativity, your brain starts to believe it. It starts to find evidence to support what you believe. Okay. It's going to support it, good or bad. It's going to find evidence on things that you do on what you believe. So when you change your inner dialogue to be positive and empowering, you start to build confidence. That's what happened. You start to build that confidence. So your old thinking would be, I'm not as skilled as others in my field or others in my niche. New thinking, I am constantly learning and growing just like everyone else. Because that's what everyone else is doing. We all trying to learn. We're all in here, we're learning something new every day. So change your inner dialogue can shift your confidence over time because positive self-talk rewires your brain, whereas negative self-talk creates fear and hesitation. And we all know money loves speed. Got to be able to make those decisions like this and walk in confidence. Another strategy is to keep a journal. We often focus on what we haven't done yet instead of what we've accomplished. Keep a success journal where you write down your wins, big and small. Reviewing your progress can help you see just how far you've come. The success journal can be your tool to boost morale and build momentum in your business. And we talked a little about that last week about the celebrating small wins because it can help build momentum in your business. And in your morale, it's like, okay, I did this, I'm successful, woohoo, and keep it going. Small successes, celebrate them both, big and small. Take action before you're ready. That's strategy number 3. Take action before you're ready. Confidence doesn't come before action. It doesn't come before action. It comes from action. So the more you put yourself out there, the more you realize that you're capable. Glad you like that. The success journal. And look at it. When you feel like doubting yourself, then you can definitely see how far you've come. So a success journal would be something to do. But this was a good strategy too. Confidence doesn't come before action. Confidence comes from action. So the more you put yourself out there, the more you realize that you can do it. You can do it. Challenge yourself to take one bold step each week. One bold step each week. Just think if you did that every week. You'll have 52. Just imagine how much it would shift in your business or whatever your goal is. One bold step towards your goal every week. Just think of the transformation in 1 year. 52 bold steps on what that can do. It'd be better to have 52 bold steps and at the end of the year and still be like, okay, I haven't gotten to where I'm going, to taking not doing it at all. And then at the end of the year, you're like, okay, I got to get started again as another 365 days have passed you by. So take those bold steps in your business once a week. Strategy number four, separate feelings from facts. Feelings from facts. Just because you feel like you're not good enough doesn't mean it's true. When imposter syndrome kicks in, ask yourself, what actually, what actual evidence do I have that I'm not qualified? All right. A lot of people think they could just look at someone and tell that they're not qualified. Right. No. A lot of times you have the qualifications. Most times you realize that your fears aren't based on reality. Your fears are not based on reality. You want to walk, and we're walking in boldness. And sometimes, and you got to have the courage to walk in boldness. And courage doesn't mean that you are not afraid, it means you are afraid, but you do it anyway. That's walking in courage. Okay. Courage is you are afraid, I mean, shivering in your boots, and yet you do it anyway. And your fifth strategy is to find a support system. Find a support system. I gave you two really good ones earlier. Surround yourself with like minded entrepreneurs who uplift and encourage you. It's so refreshing. So refreshing. A mastermind group, a mentor. Come to the Power Hour Plus that we have here in Groove Asia. I'm gonna show you where you can find that. Other like-minded people that are there. So come to the Power Hour Plus, where we can provide perspective and remind you that everyone experiences self-doubt at times. Everyone, we all do it. We all do it. But it's good to have those group of people kind of like in the same boat with you. Same boat with you. What you doing? What's working for you? What's not working for you? Look at this. What do you think? Those kind of things. Like, yes, go ahead and do it. No, that don't look good. Before you just put it all out there to the world. You get some feedback on it. So just some case studies to let you know of people who had major people who've had imposter syndrome and who overcome it and see where they are. So we're going to look at some real world examples of successful people who battled with imposter syndrome. I mean, battled with it. First case study, Oprah Winfrey. Now, who doesn't know Oprah Winfrey? Oprah Winfrey is known around the world. Now, despite her massive success, well, it's definitely known in the United States, Canada, South America, those places. But I'm sure she's known all over the world. Now, despite her massive success, Oprah has admitted to struggling with imposter syndrome. She once said she feared people who realized she once said she feared people would realize she wasn't as knowledgeable as they thought. Yet she pushed through her doubts and built an empire. Now, for those who don't know Oprah Winfrey, she's a famous TV host. Started with TV, talk show host. Has a talk show host. Now she has her own magazine. She has her own network channel. She has a lot that's her name on it. Good morning, Tyra. Glad to see that you're here this morning. So Oprah Winfrey used to struggle from imposter syndrome, and she's one of the richest of females in America, if not one of the richest female in America. Don't quote me on that though. All right. So even the world's most successful people feel like imposters at times. The difference is they don't let it stop them. They keep it moving. Definitely keep it moving. That's what they do. Second is Howard Schultz. He's a former CEO for Starbucks. Yeah. Now Howard didn't believe that he was qualified to run Starbucks at all, but he doubted his leadership skills, but learned to trust himself. He had that gut feeling. Us um, ladies, we use our gut instincts. A lot of entrepreneurs use their gut instincts. But he used his gut instincts. He trusted himself and grew Starbucks into a global brand that's all over the world. So those successful people always feel like has had a time in their life in their career where they felt like an imposter, but they were able to push past it. So let's put today's lesson into action. So here's what you can do this week. One, identify one self doubting thought. One self doubting thought. Write it down, put it in your success journal if you like, because this is something you're going to overcome. You got it in your mind, you're writing it down, you putting it there, write it down and reframe it. So don't let it stay at the doubting level. Reframe it into a positive belief. Write that down also. Okay. Write that down also. And then this is something that you're going to overcome. Number two, start a confidence journal. Track one small win each day. One small win each and every day. And three, take one bold action. Do something in your business that challenges you. And that's easy because it's so much, it's a lot to learn, but it comes, as we say, confidence comes from taking action. Okay, it comes from taking action. So, speaking of taking action, we are starting our Take Action series for February. It's going to be today at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard USA. And I just want to pull that up so you can see what we're going to be doing today. Take Action series. Groove Asia is always trying to help those who are willing to put in the work because that's what it's going to require. Put in the work to do what's need to be done for you to be successful. Okay, you can go to grooveasia.cm to get this calendar and just click on the hyperlink. Just click on the hyperlink that's available on that URL. And today, this is the East Coast USA time. So if you want to change it to your time period, go to the bottom right hand corner and change it. We are here at the Groove Asia Leaders Unite, and at 1 p.m., we're going to be doing our Take Action series, and we are going to be talking about Groove Member. You can register here if you want to be in the Zoom room. And being in this Zoom room allows for you to ask questions and have a little extra time after the presentation that's going to be also be on YouTube. But if you have any questions, come into the Zoom. We're going to be talking about Groove Member. Groove Member. Step-by-step training to build and optimize your Groove Member membership and courses. This is to get you going. This is to help you. Small steps, baby steps. You might not be ready to do courses at this time. Excuse me, but wouldn't this be a great resource to already know how to do it? Or at least be familiar to know that it can be done. Come and visit us. Come to our Take Action series. We're going to be starting this at 1 p.m. So hopefully that you will be there at that time. All right, so that's at Groove. That's going to be happening each day this week. Well, I take that back. We're going to start today, Monday. Tuesday, we'll be taking a break. And then we're going to go on Tuesday, we're going to take a break. And then on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, we're going to continue on because it is 5 days. And later on today, this evening, actually tonight, we have the small group coaching, the group small group coaching. This is also another place where you can ask questions. If you're getting stuck on a situation, if you have questions about strategy, if you have questions about digital entrepreneurship or marketing, this is the place to be. The small group coaching. We can help get those questions answered for you. As I was saying, community, you want to build community and be around like minded people, come to the Groove Asia Power Hour Plus. Tara Hoyt, who's online also with us live, hosts the Power Hour Plus, and she hosts this on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Like I said, if you're in the East Coast of USA, it's Tuesdays and Thursdays at 8 p.m. from 8 to 9 p.m. You could come into the Zoom. Just click on the link when you are ready, and we'll welcome you in. If you need us to get some feedback on your what you're doing, you have an opportunity. She provides an opportunity to share what you're doing. If you want feedback, or if you just want to work on your project, you can do that too. If you have a question, come on in. That's the place to be. And we're also going to be starting back with our Take Action series on Wednesday. Peter Monero does a Groove Asia Leaders Unite also on Wednesday, and he has a whole nother topic which he's going to be working with during his Groove Asia Leaders Unite, and we're going to keep it going throughout the week. So these are the opportunities that you have where you could come in and you could take advantage of those things to help you grow your business, to get rid of that imposter syndrome, because you will have the confidence that you need to do so. And that's going to wrap up today's episode on overcoming imposter syndrome. So if you found this valuable, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment below. What one action step that you're going to take this week to build your confidence? I would love to read those and see what people are working through. And don't be shy and putting a comment in there, because we're all doing this together. And we find someone else that's sharing the same obstacles and difficulties that you have, just know you're not alone. You are not alone. So next week, we're going to continue this series with taking action despite fear. Taking action despite fear. Because I'm telling you, that's something that I struggle with. I do struggle with that at times. We're like, don't want to, but I know it's something that I have to overcome, and the things that we all do have to overcome, and eventually we all will overcome it, and then it's just going to be second nature. It really would just be second nature. But until that time, until that time, we're going to work through it so we can become better and better with that. So stay tuned. Remember that you are more capable than you think. Keep going, keep growing, and I will see you next time.
Hi, this is Simon Liang with GrooveAsia.cm. Are you already a part of the #1 community in the world? If not, do so right now for free training and support, along with live sessions to help you succeed. Start now by joining us in our private Facebook group and get more exclusive video content on our YouTube channel. Make sure to like and subscribe with notifications turned on for all updates. Join our community right now. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you on the inside at GrooveAsia.cm.